Welcome everybody. Happy Tuesday. I'm happy to see you guys. Yes, I'll be here for about 1 hour answering questions about getting pregnant, staying pregnant, figuring out all the underlying factors that are contributing to it, talking about supplements, about periods, ovulation. You can ask me anything for free. Great. I'm so glad you guys are here. If we don't know each other yet, please take a minute to introduce yourself. I would love to get to know you a little bit. Tell me, where do you live? What are you working on? Hi, Nadia. Hello, Samantha. You're number 2. Hello, Cassidy and Spoons. Hi, Grain. That's a beautiful name. Is your name French? And did I pronounce it correctly? Hello, Jessie. Hi, Mary. Where are you in the world, babe? Hello, Cassidy. Grania. Oh, that's beautiful. I love that. I'm Irish too. Let's see. Grania. That's so pretty. Hi, Murphy. Samantha, sorry having a bad connection. Sorry, boo. How to reduce your time between menstrual cycle and ovulation. So how long is it currently, user 51? Hi, Tamara. Nice to see you. Go England. Hi, Mary. Kristen Kelso, what's the update? Tamara, in Texas? Where? I'm in Austin. If you wonder, I'm doing this. My dog is here. Hi, Gina. 38 weeks. Are you going to acupuncture? Now is the time to go to acupuncture. Elena, berberine is safe to try. I like myo-inositol better. It's way cheaper. Works just as good. There's a few small changes. Kristen, surgery is Friday. How are you feeling about it? Tamara, you're so close. We could practically have tea. User 51, 19 days in between, which you know is too long. It's not horrible. Do you have PCOS? User 51? Hi, Bicicleta, my belle. How are you, baby? Yes, Elena, we have a pure myo-inositol specifically formulated for a TTC. God, Maisie, I just walked in. I've been gone the whole day. Mary, for some reason, I've been bleeding on and off since New Year's, but no pain. What about clotting? And what color is the blood? Samantha, could you email me so I could tell? No, but you can email me at help. Just do it at Kirsten@conceivable.com. Metformin for TTC. Lee, I like pure myo-inositol. We have a great one that we formulated at Conceivable specifically for TTC without dichiro-inositol in it. Works better, way cheaper, and doesn't have any side effects for most people. Bicicleta, which day of your cycle should progesterone be tested? Cycle day 21, my love. Hi, Paige. Oh my gosh, your son is 1. Girl, send me a picture. Maca, Marissa, has never been shown. Maca is a myth for PCOS. It has not been shown in any studies to improve your ability to get pregnant, to ovulate, to stay pregnant, to regulate ovulations, to improve ovarian function, to improve birth weight, nothing. Maca has been shown in many, many, many studies to really improve hot flashes and night sweats and menopause. User 51, you don't have PCOS. Are you underweight or overweight? Gina, I declined cervical checks. I have no signs of labor. Thank you for helping during this journey. Oh, you're so welcome. I'm so glad for the update. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Do you have a name picked out? Bicicleta, I'm hanging in there. How are you? I'm doing pretty well today. Thank you for asking. What's going on? Are you just stressed about the whole everything? Or anything else going on too? Liz, how can I shorten my cycle? I have 32 to 34 day cycles and ovulate on cycle day. So, Liz, do you have PCOS? Are you underweight or overweight? And how tired are you? Joni DuPont, I'm 35 days late, all negative tests. What should I do? So has this ever happened before? Is this a common experience for you? Or are you usually like right as rain, 28 to 32 days? Joe, Is 13, 16 progesterone good after an IUI? It's pretty good, yeah. Mary, no clotting, a mixture of brown blood and pink. And you've taken a pregnancy test? Because sometimes that can be a sign of pregnancy. What's the best prenatal? The only prenatal I recommend is the conceivable one. Okay, Samantha, you know my name, Kirsten, Kirsten, and you know my company, Conceivable. So Kirsten at Conceivable. Girl, write it down. Take a screenshot. What's an implantation dip? Sometimes your temperature will go down just a little bit if you're having implantation, but not always. It's not a good measure. Hello, Amanda. I think my body is trying to ovulate. I'm sure it is. However, I'm under so much stress. Oh, baby, your dog passed. What happened? Damn. That makes me so sad. Malia, how accurate are 6 days sooner tests? I wouldn't buy them. It's a waste of money. Just wait until you're 10 days past. If you take your temperatures, you can often see if you're pregnant because the temperatures will, instead of being flat above 98, they will be above 98 and they will be kind of spiking up. Samantha, I have to go. I'll try to remember. It's easy. Kirsten at Conceivable. Just say it over. Kirsten at Conceivable. Kirsten at Conceivable. Kirsten at Conceivable. You got this. Does weight impact the time between? It can. Hi, Christiane. If you're underweight, often you don't have enough hormones, so it takes too long for the LH to surge. And if you're overweight, you can have too much hormones, which can cause like high testosterone, insulin resistance, things like that. Pregnacare and Pink Stork, they are the cheapest Alibaba supplements that probably cost those brands like 99 cents. I would never use those. Do low temps mean thyroid issues? Danielle, not necessarily. It can mean PCOS. It can mean thyroid issues, but it can be PCOS. It can be exhaustion. If your energy is like a 3 or 4, there literally won't be enough energy to raise the temperatures. There's many factors. If you look at the Conceivable Report, I'll figure it out for you and make you like a 35-page report about it. SM, I need to lower my fasting insulin. Suggestions, overweight 2 years. So yes. Couple of things. We need to get rid of all the processed foods and sugar. We need to get 100 grams of protein and about 30 grams of fiber a day. Use pure inositol, NAC, and omega. That usually will get it done. User 53. Oh, sorry. Megs, is ovulating cycle day 17 considered late? Just a tiny bit. How long is your cycle, Megs? User 53. Can you discuss 1 to 2 day periods? How to lengthen? So when you have, we call that a scanty period. When you have a scanty bleeding, then we can assume that the lining is not going to be as thick as we would like it to be to support healthy implantation. So when you have 1 to 2 day periods, we have to figure out why. It's in the scope of this live. There are many, many, many factors that I can't identify. It'll take me an hour. You can go to the link in my bio. There's a free quiz that says, what's my fertile hurdle? That would be a place to start. If you want my help figuring it out and fixing it, you can do a Conceivable Report. I also do one-on-one consultations too. Hypothyroidism will absolutely, if it's not managed, will affect your fertility. Danielle, does trachalomas affect infertility? I actually don't know what that is. I should. What is trachalomas? Hi, MB123. My last cycle was 28 days. That's great, right? Great. That's perfect. Give yourself a big crown for that. That's perfect. Aaron, opinions on SSRI while trying to get pregnant? That's a complicated question. Hold on, I'm looking for the dog ball. Because some people need SSRIs to stay healthy, right? They have some, chemical imbalances. They need that support. Now, you need to talk to your pharmacist about the type of SSRI that you're taking, because some of them are more safe and some of them are 100% not safe. So you need to come up with a plan, a care management plan. Now, with the people that I'm working with, I usually put them on the PMS formula from Forever Brazen. you stay on your SSRI, and over like a couple of months, people start feeling a lot better. They take it every day instead of just the 2 weeks of your cycle. And then you can talk to your physician about like, hey, can I reduce my medication? I'm feeling better by like 20%, not a big drop. And then you continue taking the PMS formula, which is safe during pregnancy, etc. Kenzie, how often do you see women ovulate at a later time because of irregular periods and still carry? I don't know, Kenzie. I don't keep that data because I'm not interested in like seeing who can stay pregnant in not optimal situations. My whole focus, sorry, babe. My whole focus is to try to figure out how to fix that problem. So if you have a later ovulation and irregular periods, that significantly impacts your ability to get and stay pregnant. So I would want to work with that person and fix those things. K Hart, I'm late. I had spotting for 2 to 3 days, having cravings, but trying for 11 years. So you've taken a pregnancy test, I guess? And if you've been trying for 11 years, I hope you will schedule a call with me. You can get a refund if it's not useful, but I would love to try to help you. Bomasta. Got tested, all good. Time to ovulation, still no luck after years. Okay, start by going to the link in my bio and taking the quiz, What's My Fertile Hurdle? That's like, I'm always looking for the fertile hurdles. The fertile hurdles are like the 50 different underlying factors that have been clearly shown in the research to impact people's ability to get and stay pregnant. The fertile hurdle helps you identify the top 5. So let's look at those, then you can come back and give me better information. Maya, thought I was 9 weeks, went to the doctor and they measured 6. That happens all the time, actually. Nadia, 2 failed IUIs. What to do next? My uterine lining is usually low. So I would stop doing IUIs and I would try to figure out why your uterine lining is thin and fix that. That can be related to your diet, to digestion, to how you exercise, what kind of chemicals you're exposed to, how well you sleep, what your energy's like, a lot of different factors. But it makes it very hard. The IUI, all the IUI is making 1 extra follicle. But if there isn't enough lining for it to be sticky, then there's not a good chance of it working. When you get to the 3rd IUI, if it doesn't succeed, your doctor should move you on to IVF, which we want to try to avoid if we can. Megs, my cycle length is 29 to 31 days. That's actually in the perfect range. Nothing to worry about there. Oops. Elizabeth, hi Kirsten. I gave birth 6 months ago. We've been trying again for baby number 2, but no, that's because it's too soon. 6 months. Girl, give your body a break. Did you nurse? And congratulations. Kelly, I have no idea if you're pregnant. I'm not a psychic. Danielle, I've read it not to drink cold drinks when trying to conceive. You know, I'm a reproductive acupuncturist by training. In Chinese medicine, we always say to never drink cold things and eat too much raw food. Mary, I did take a test of spotting, has been nearly daily since New Year's. Wow. And so relevant, thoughts on STDs and fertility. They can really screw up your fertility because they can cause your tubes to be blocked. So if you've had history of STDs or multiple STDs, it's probably a good idea to do an HSG, which is a test where they put dye in your fallopian tubes and make sure that they're open. Jara, PR. Are you a PR person, like public relations PR? Hi, Em. When do you recommend going to the doc? I've been TTC for 8 cycles and nothing. So your doctor isn't going to do anything until you have been trying for a whole year. You can order those tests yourself. You can start by doing your fertile hurdle quiz in the link in my bio. What's the best prenatal? Again, the only prenatal that I recommend is the conceivable one because I formulate it. What I absolutely tell you to avoid is any one a day is not going to have the right ingredients at the right dose, and especially not a gummy because they cannot contain iron, which is actually, apart from folate, probably the second most important ingredient. Oh, beauty. Attack dog. Are you hungry? Oh, Daniel. Trachalomas is an anti-rejection for a kidney transplant. I don't know anything about that. Call your pharmacist. Megan, I normally peak on cycle day 15, ovulate on 16. That's okay, yes. Because that would make a 30-day cycle. Can we get pregnant only in the fertile window? So when you ovulate, say you ovulate on cycle day 14, you can't get pregnant before then, but you can have sex at least 4 days before because the sperm can hang around for about 4 days and after too. Liz, my acupuncturist put me on berberine and inositol. When did it take? I don't recommend the combination. That's probably too much, one or the other, because I like pure inositol way better. It's a little bit more gentle and it's a lot cheaper and it does almost the same thing. Unless your PCOS is very severe, I don't recommend combining them. Who's your acupuncturist? Christy Ann, what do you think about the book It Starts with an Egg? Brilliant. She's a great researcher and there's amazing information in there. Everything that she says to take, maybe 90% of it is in the Conceivable store. Oh, Maisie. Where is it? Sorry, y'all. Nicole, I've had 2 miscarriages. I'm 8 weeks right now. I saw the heartbeat, but I'm terrified. Of course you are, because you already had 2 miscarriages. So go to the link in my bio. There is a emotional support tool. It is basically a virtual chat tool with me. It will feel like you are talking to me. If you've been on my lives and you know me at all, it is modeled on almost 10,000 hours of consultations. And you can just come in and talk about every day, 10 times a day. But don't just hold it in. Right? Don't just sit and be like, I'm so stressed, I'm so stressed. That actually works against the health of your pregnancy. So get in there and undo that. Amy, 1, 2, 3. Yay! So when should I baby dance? 3 days before, 1 day before, 1 day after? Yes, my perfect student. Yes. Will there be more info in the call beyond just lose weight? Yeah, because I'm not going to tell you to just lose weight because I think that when people are not getting pregnant and they also have more weight on their body than that is helpful for them, it is a side effect. It is related to underlying factors. Digestion is usually not working well. They're tired. They are super stressed. They might have a lot of chemicals in their environment that are easy to clean up. And once you start cleaning those things out, then you start having better energy. Then you stop having less sugar cravings. Then if you have less sugar cravings and better energy, you're less likely to eat emotionally. Then if we teach you these tools to manage your emotions, what happens is you start to lose weight naturally. So there won't be literally almost any talk about losing weight because I think that's a bullshit answer. Yes, you can schedule a one-on-one consultation with me from the link in my bio. Let's see. Whoops. Do you think at age 40, my pregnancy is not good? There is higher risk. There is higher risk when really over 35, there's higher risk. So you have to just determine what your level of comfort is around the risks that are associated with advanced maternal age. Nina, can I do acupuncture while doing my shots for IVF? Yes, but I haven't found it to be that effective. It can be helpful during IVF to help you feel less stress and to tolerate the medications, though. Christy Ann, thank you. I started reading it 3 years, TTC on Friday, and 45 on Friday. You look so young. So I didn't have my last baby. How many kiddos do you already have, my kitten? Caitlin, does TT start over if you get pregnant and have a miscarriage? No. How long have you been trying, Caitlin? BMH, that's a great question. Does PCOS affect the placenta in any way? It can, because often PCOS is a metabolic disorder, right? So it means digestion is not that efficient. If digestion is not efficient, even if you're eating a perfect diet, the ability to take food, break it down, get the nutrients to make marrow, to make blood, to make a lining, to make a placenta can get compromised. Emily, heavy 1 month with large clots, what can help? So when I'm working with someone who has large clots, I just use Chinese herbal medicine. Like if you go to the link in my bio, there's a formula for cramp support. You're like, I don't have cramps, I just have clotting. The clotting, you get rid of the clotting to get rid of the cramp. So it's just perfect like that way. Nafisa, spotting 2 days before period, could it be implantation? Not 2 days before your period, that's too late. Does PCOS make you have chemical pregnancies? It absolutely can. Inflammation, insulin resistance, egg quality, lots of things. Krista, starting stims for egg retrieval, how much time do I need off work? Talk to your doctor, just depends on them, but 1 or 2 days. It's kind of uncomfortable, but apart from that, you feel better. You're fine the next day. I don't use any ovulation monitors. I think that it's a waste of money. All you have to do is basal body temperature chart. Once you basal body temperature chart, if you don't have a regularly occurring 28 to 32 day cycle, we need to focus 100% on fixing that, because a long or a short cycle significantly impacts your fertility. And just using some fancy fuck monitor to capture ovulation doesn't account for the fact that the follicle is either now too old or too young. So I don't want you to just get pregnant and have a miscarriage. I want to try to help you to have a healthier pregnancy. Alexis, hi, I just found I'm pregnant after taking Provera. Am I likely to miscarry? There's a chance. Why don't you call your pharmacist? Because you can talk to somebody right now. Chocolate Empress, I love that username. What's going on? No menstrual after DNC. How long has it been? And Chocolate, if you don't mind not asking the same question more than once. Farda, I didn't see your last question. Mucinex doesn't work. There's no research that says anywhere in the whole body of all fertility and reproductive research that Mucinex does anything. It's just a TikTok trend. Do not fall for it. What it does do is it will improve your cervical discharge, but it has not been shown to improve your ability to get pregnant or stay pregnant. User 78, 2 miscarriages after myomectomy. So that tells us that the fibroid was probably not the reason that was the problem. That's kind of a scary picture, user 78. Start by doing the quiz, what's my fertile hurdle, and then let's see if we can dig in from there. Come back and tell me what areas were red. Caitlin, 3 years you've been trying. Oh, shoot. I'm so sorry. That's so rough. Does metformin help you get pregnant or increase ovulation? It just helps you to increase ovulation or ovulate an extra follicle, but that's it. So if that's the problem, it helps you to get pregnant. But I prefer to try to identify the underlying factors. Like, let's talk about this. When I talk about the underlying factors, so I was one of the first reproductive acupuncturists in North America. I treated over 10,000 infertile couples in 25 years. I worked closely with RMA of Texas for 16 years, in which hand in hand I worked with the reproductive endocrinologist on almost every single patient, right? So using Chinese medicine, lifestyle, diet, behavioral health in conjunction with people doing IUI, IVF, surrogacy, and egg donation. And so I have a lot of experience. And what I saw was that I was like, okay, well, what are the characteristics of people who are not getting pregnant? Their cycles all over the place, their temperatures are weird, they're exhausted, blah, blah, blah. But then when we did what we do at Conceivable, we identify the underlying factors. We find out how those things are connected to each other, and then we start to fix them. Then after like 4 months, they started taking a shape, right? Their cycle got a certain way, their temperatures got a certain way, and their energy started looking, and then they would get pregnant. And so in my clinic, I started calling that the conceivable cycle. So when I'm talking about the fertile hurdles or doing a conceivable report, what we're doing is we're assessing, okay, of all of the 50 factors, do you have this is what a conceivable cycle looks like. 28-day cycle. Ovulate on cycle day 14 with clear, stretchy cervical discharge. No PMS whatsoever. It's a sign of inflammation and stress. 2, when your period comes, you only have 4 days of bleeding. You soak a tampon or a pad every 4 hours, not more, not less. No cramping, no clotting, no spotting, fresh red blood. Temperatures after ovulation, within a couple days they get to the 98s, they stay there, and then the day before they drop. Also, your energy on a 1 to 10 without any caffeine or exercise is 8 or better. Now, if yours doesn't look like that, don't freak out. But those are all, every place where it's not the same as mine is an opportunity to address some underlying issue that sometimes is so simple. Like sometimes I meet with people and everything looks pretty good and they don't have any cervical discharge and they have tried like a million supplements. I'm like, how much water do you drink? And they're like, 1 glass of water. I'm like, okay, drink 8 glasses of water a day and come back in a month. And then they're like, that totally fixed it. Right? That's what I call an ancient Chinese secret. So sometimes the fixes are very, like somebody just like was complaining. They're like, oh, the Conceivable Report's like oversimplified. I'm like, well, you don't drink water. I'm not going to make up something fancy to make myself feel good and you feel good. If you don't drink water, it really hurts your fertility. So we need to do that. When will my period return after methotrexate for ectopic? Usually 4 to 6 weeks. Bleeding clots, bad pain inside for months. Tay, go to the link in my bio and look at the brazen cramp support. There's a section that says something like periods for fertility or something. If you have a lot of PMS, you should combine them. They work really, really well. After the first month, if it's not at least 30% better, email me and I will hop on the phone with you. Giselle, started my ovulation week this week. Ovulation test went up and back down. Giselle, do you have a regular period, 28 to 32 days? Lisa, is there anything I can do to avoid a chemical with PCOS? Yes. Improve the PCOS. Reduce insulin resistance. Get rid of the inflammation. Stabilize your period. Get rid of the clotting. Determine like the quality of blood. Go up here and take the quiz in the link in my bio. What's my fertile hurdle? Then come back and tell me, and then I can give you a little bit more specific information. What's the earliest I can test? 11 days DPO. Thundercat, can you heal the thyroid naturally? No, but you can improve its function. I'm not a person who's like, let's heal one thing. I heal everything, right? Special educator, vitamin D totally fixed my cycle. Yay! What was wrong with it before? AF, I'm 78 kilograms. Can I conceive naturally? Can you look that up for me and convert that to pounds? Because I don't know how much that is. Tiffany, no, sending you hugs. Oh, okay. Okay, Giselle, go start taking the cramp support. Do you have PMS too? Mood changes and stuff? Jasmine, best way to induce ovulation with PCOS. I don't like this language of inducing ovulation because this is like a very like pharmaceutical approach. Like we're going to give you something to force you to ovulate. What we want to do is we want to get the things out of the way that are keeping you from ovulating on your own. Things like insulin resistance. There's dietary factors. Thank you, Christiane. I love you, baby. Dietary factors, stress, inflammation, hormonal, high testosterone, gut issues. So the way when we look at those systematically, we identify all of the issues at the same time, we get the opportunity to repair all of the underlying issues that are going to mess your fertility up in the first place. And the side effect is that you start ovulating naturally. So you can do a conceivable report with that. You can schedule a call with me and I can help you to do that. Melly, can you have a period, then implantation, bleeding? No. Once your period comes, you could have already been pregnant though. You can be pregnant and then have a period. How likely does it get to pregnant with severe PCOS? Like Shelby, what we just talked about. With it severe currently, it's not likely, but PCOS responds beautifully to what we do at Conceivable. Integrative approach to diet, lifestyle, behavioral health, all based on clear assessment and identification of the underlying issues. So what we're doing is figure out what are your specific, not PCOS indicators, your specific underlying factors, and how are those things connected to each other, and then we build programming to fix it for you. So just to give you a sense, we did a pilot with 110 women who were not getting pregnant. We increased in 4 months. They did a conceivable report every month for 4 months. We increased the likelihood of natural conception by between 150 to 260% in 4 months. To put that into context, when you do one IUI and you spend $2,000 on that, you increase the likelihood of getting pregnant by 11 to 13%. It's very low. So for $40 or $49, you can get a Conceivable Report. Work that program. Jasmine, I used inositol and got pregnant with my doctor. Yes, I love Conceivable Pure Inositol. You can get it at conceivable.com. Do you have any other supplements? Yeah, we have a lot of supplements for fertility, but remember, there's no supplements for fertility, but we do have targeted supplements that can be very helpful for specific issues. It's why I created the quiz that's in my bio, like personalized supplement recommendations, because too many of you are taking so many supplements. They're cheap and garbagey from the grocery store, which are going to have very little impact. They're not even ones that are indicated. You're like, oh, I heard I should take this. I should take berberine. I should take this. No, let's figure out exactly what you need and take like 3 or 4 really fucking good ones, especially your prenatal. Don't take one a day, and definitely never take a gummy. Abortions have not been shown to negatively impact your fertility. It's actually very safe. A small percentage of people who have abortions or DNCs will have a side effect called Asherman's. Which causes scar tissue, but it's small. Elizabeth, I lost my baby a few months ago. Oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry. What vitamins should I take? Because I believe in personalization and precision, Elizabeth, just go up here to the link in my bio, take the quiz, personalized supplement recommendations. Then instead of I have to guess from the little bit of information, this way I'm going to ask you 10 or 15 questions, and I'll give you very specific recommendations and the links on how to get them. And that's free. And if you have male factor, it gives you really good information for male factor. Oh, Maisie, how come you make my life so painful? Liv, which link? In my bio? You can go to conceivable.com for almost all of that too. Do you think a tubal flush should be done before going to a fertility doctor? No, that's unlikely to make that big of a deal. What do you think of the Mediterranean diet for IVF? I think it's a good start. In Chinese medicine, we can do much better by starting with when we do the custom menu planning at Conceivable, for your Conceivable Report, we custom menu plan. So it's if you have PCOS, so start with a Mediterranean diet. If you have PCOS, then it's a diet with the right protein, carbohydrates, fat, and fiber for you. Then if you have PCOS, we're going to add low glycemic foods. And then if you had endometriosis, we would add only anti-inflammatory foods. If you had Hashimoto's, we'd add gluten-free. If you don't have very much menstrual blood, we're going to add more iron, and so on and so on. If your temperatures are low, we're going to add foods that are warming. If your temperatures are too high before ovulation, a lot of inflammation, we're going to add more raw food. So we can make it a lot better. Brenda, endometriosis. Would you mind just asking a question? Brenda, can we fall pregnant with endometriosis? Yes, but we need to get it under control, because endometriosis can really affect your egg quality because it's very inflammatory. But people respond beautifully to a multidisciplinary approach like we do at Conceivable. What I would do, Brenda, is start by taking the quiz, personalized supplement recommendations, because supplements can play a big role, or look at the Conceivable Report. Liz, how many years after birth control stopping in order to try it all? I recommend 6 months personally. Liv, which link? Because somebody just said they took the quiz. Miss Yaya, how accurate is a Dutch test? I never recommend a Dutch test. Here's why. Maybe if we got someplace that I could not figure it out, but a Dutch test, okay, do we need to check your progesterone? No, because we can tell approximately how much progesterone you're making from your basal body temperatures. Do we need to test your adrenal glands? If you tell me, a Dutch test is $1,200. If you tell me your energy is a 2 out of 10, guess what? I know you have adrenal failure. I don't need to know what the number is. And then as I start to build solutions to fix the fatigue, the adrenal failure gets better, right? Because it's a whole systems approach. So instead of spending $1,200, I would much rather you spend $50 and get a Conceivable Report and then work the crap out of it. 25 to 27, Imani, is that too short? So less than 26 or less is. 27 is fine. Micah, why do some people get a positive on 7 to 9? It's possible, but The thing is like, you don't want to just keep wasting the dumb pregnancy test. Use your basal body temperatures. After ovulation, if you are pregnant, your temperatures are going to be going up like this. They're not going to stay stable. They're going to be going up. And it's much easier to see, and then it's not so stressful. Ashley, second round of Clomid, what should I do? Yes, make sure if you're using Clomid, Letrozole, or Femara that you use a high quality vitamin E. All of those medications have some negative side effects. It decreases your cervical discharge. It thins your uterine lining, which makes, you see this in the background? It thins your uterine lining, and it makes your period shorter. All those are associated with lower fertility. High quality vitamin E has been shown to help reduce that side effect. We have a good one at Conceivable. Liz, I just want to thank you. You will always be part of my fertility story in a wonderful way. Ah, thank you so much. That is so, you made my day. I appreciate that. Y'all are so sweet. Y'all are good at gratitude. Maisie is not. Aisha, suggestions for getting my period back. After a DNC, it's been 7 weeks and still spotting. Aisha, tell me what was your period like in detail beforehand? User 74, why do people spot before and after a period? Only 1 to 2 days of full flow. So, okay, so the first thing, those are 2 questions. Why do people spot? Typically they spot for one of 2 reasons. They're tired, like fatigue. So on a 1 to 10, what's your energy like? Or they have clotting in their menstrual blood. Clotting can make spotting happen. If there's only 1 to 2 days of full flow, I'm guessing you're tired. So we need to figure out, why is that related to your diet? Is that related to the capacity of digestion to break food down and turn it into energy and make blood? Is it related to your exercise, to your stress level, to your hormone exposure, all kinds, chemical exposure? Lexi, I got a PreNatal shot yesterday. Will it help with conceiving? No, it won't. Ovarian drilling might help. Lauren, if I get a quantitative HCG to track decreasing HCG and an increase, could I have conceived? Potentially. Navia, for girlies struggling to get pregnant with PCOS, just know it's not impossible. 7 weeks stay. Congratulations, baby. How long were you trying? That's great news. Princess, LHP 0.7, that is too low, my love. Probably didn't ovulate this month. Is it more important to do acupuncture or take the right supplements? It's so expensive. Liz, I was one of the first reproductive acupuncturists in North America. But when we were building Conceivable, I started Conceivable because in 2017, I read a study that only 3% of couples could afford fertility treatments. And acupuncture is expensive. And I was like I'm part of that problem. And so I started trying to find ways to help you guys that were more affordable, especially because people couldn't come to my clinic. And we were having ridiculous success rates in my clinic. And so I built Conceivable, the first version of it, and then we did a study. And then what happened was I thought, if Conceivable is even 50% as effective as coming to my clinic for acupuncture, that's a win. 60% would be really good. And then I got a big F surprise. The people doing Conceivable got pregnant more than the people going to my clinic for acupuncture. And I'm really good. 25 years of experience, 10,000 patients. I was a president of the American Board of Reproductive Acupuncture. I trained tens of thousands of acupuncturists. The reason is not because acupuncture isn't helpful. It's because if you're only going to acupuncture once a week and you don't get a bunch of homework to do, specifically targeted to what's going on for you, when you do a Conceivable Report, I'm telling you how to live. This is what I want you to eat, and this is how I want you to sleep, and this is what I want you to do. That produces crazy results because you are doing the work, not me. Go get that, Maisie. You can get that. Go on. Go get it. Hold on. I think Beauty. Come on. You want to eat, Beauty? Come on. So anyways, when I saw that data, honestly, I closed my clinics. I had 3 clinics, a clinic in Austin, one in San Antonio, and one in Dallas. And I was like, if people can spend $100 a month for a couple of months and get better results than spending $5,000 in my clinic, then maybe it's unethical for me to keep doing acupuncture, because what we do at Conceivable is basically when you do a Conceivable report, you fill out an assessment. We do Chinese medicine on the back end. Then we translate it. Instead of saying spleen qi deficiency, we say your digestion doesn't work. Instead of saying yang deficiency, we're saying low temperatures. Instead of saying yin deficiency, you're overheated. And so basically that's what we're trying to do. Here, Mason, beauty, 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 come on. Come on. Beauty, come on. Beauty. Hey, come on. No, not you. Hi, Vet Tech PCOS. I have 1 to 3 periods a year unless I take meds. Okay, we got to figure that out. We need to deep dive. Come on. Sorry, y'all. Just a little dog action here. Liz, not lots of vitamins, the right vitamins. If you're going to take supplements and you're going to spend money on supplements, instead of taking 10 supplements, take 3 or 4 really good ones. Go to the link in the bio, take the quiz, personalized supplement recommendations. Couple more questions, you guys. I'm getting hungry. Low, secondary infertility for each of us, and 0 explanation. I give you my word. If you do a consultation with me and I can't figure out what's going on, I'll refund you. I've never in 25 years seen a true case of secondary infertility. That doesn't mean that every person who's come to me has gotten pregnant, but if we look at the 50 underlying factors, it becomes very clear. Like people say, oh, I have secondary infertility, the doctor can't figure out what's going on. I'm like, oh, what's your energy like on a 1 to 10? 2. Okay, well, there's one reason why you're not getting pregnant right there, because the egg and embryonic cells, they have 10 times more mitochondria than any other cell or tissue in the body. Why? Because once this sperm and egg come together, that shit has to start multiplying like crazy. And if you're tired, that affects the mitochondria and affects the egg's ability to grow and mature, which keeps the HCG from rising high enough. So if you're super tired, then we have to figure out why, right? What are the factors that are causing you to be so tired? Is it related to digestion, to your diet, to your environment, blah, blah, blah. Yes, if you go to the link in my bio, you can schedule a one-on-one with me. If the end of the consultation, if you are not like, holy crap, that was amazing, ask for a refund. Literally in 25 years, 3 times that's happened. Get down, that's not for you. Maisie, leave it. Come on, Beauty. You already ate. This dog is so hungry. Michelle, advice for conceiving after methotrexate. Oh, sorry, that's rough that you have to have that. With everyone, if they're trying to conceive, I'm going to recommend the same thing. Like, it's not to somehow overcome the methotrexate. It's to look at you objectively and your clinical presentation and identify any problems that are going to impact your ability to get pregnant and fix it. I mean, that's what I do. I'm a one-trick pony. Oh, Yuna. My 11-year-old has stage 3 ovarian cancer. Will chemo affect her fertility? Yes, it will. Has she started her period yet? I am so sorry. As a mother. Shit. How did they diagnose it? Oh, that breaks my heart for both you guys. Also, Una, also, like, if she hasn't had her first period, it's harder. But you can request oncofertility, which is basically like oncology for fertility. And sometimes what they can do is fertility preservation before her treatments. I don't have a ton of experience with it, but I do know that that's possible. What's the right diet, Amber? The right diet, like I start with a Mediterranean diet, but the right diet is, in my opinion, is one that's personalized to your particular problems. For example, if you're really tired, then we have to figure out why, and then we can start figuring out how to fix that. If you have really scanty bleeding, we want to use foods that are more iron rich and easy to digest and that you can make more blood, and so on and so on. How do you calculate cycle length? Start with the first day of bleeding, that's cycle day 1, and then however long it is. Y'all are so sweet to each other tonight. Vic, thank you so much. Yes, there are 21 profiles that are pirating my content and then trying to reach out to you guys to sell you psychic shit. S. Murphy, the quiz isn't working. Oh no, which one? I'll have to look at it, but I need to know which one. See, Matt, 60 of progesterone is good. Jordan, post-birth control, no period after 4 months. Are you under or overweight, Jordan? Sometimes that can make it go slower too. Lauren, I'm starting a natural IVF. What should I expect? Anything I can do? How much time do you have, Lauren, before that happens? Aaliyah, I'm not a psychic. Shortness of periods can cause miscarriages. Not cause it, but can be a contributing factor because sometimes the lining just isn't thick enough to support implantation. Haley, I was told I have secondary infertility, also 2 years trying, 30 years old. So I've never seen a true case of secondary infertility. It's exhausting. Like, it is literally so exhausting for our bodies to make humans, deliver humans, breastfeed those humans, go back to work, have a human that doesn't ever sleep for like a whole year, and then still have your whole life. It's just, so women just get really depleted, and then they get secondary infertility. And if you just figure out like what that depletion looks like, and then you start repairing it, they're fine. Like, literally a very high percentage of the time. Okay, 2 more questions, because Maisie's hungry and so am I. Special educator. Thank you for being a special educator. That's an important job. Is secondary infertility the same thing as unexplained? No, secondary infertility is when you've had a baby and then you can't get pregnant the second time. Unexplained is like there's no diagnosable cause of infertility. That does not mean there are not underlying factors that are working against you. Let me give you some examples. When we're talking about unexplained infertility, they're like, nothing's wrong. Okay, well, research shows that ideally you have a 4 to 5 day bleeding without cramping, clotting, or spotting, right? Less than that, there's not enough blood, right, to support the implantation. More than that usually indicates there's a lot of clotting that could be like causing implantation problems. Having a cycle that's 26 or less days significantly reduces your likelihood of getting pregnant. A cycle that's 32 or more days significantly reduces. Exercising strenuously to exhaustion 4 or more times per week decreases your likelihood of getting pregnant by more than 70%. 70%. So when we talk about unexplained infertility, usually I can come up with like 15 things. They're like, well, these are things, and nearly all of them can be improved or corrected in about 90 to 120 days. Mahalia, 400 for beta, that's a little bit low, but let's see what happens in 48 hours. Michelle, so secondary infertility isn't real. I have children now, but I'm struggling. It's not that it's not real. It is real because people get exhausted and then they can't get pregnant, but it is repairable in an easier way than almost any other kind. Camila, tips of getting pregnant with hyperplasia. I would try to get that hyperplasia handled before you got pregnant again. When you have hyperplasia, right, that's precancer. And so we don't want to go and activate anything. When your body is functioning optimally, when your energy is good, your diet is good, you've gotten rid of the inflammation, usually your body can clear that hyperplasia. So if you are working with me, that would be my recommendation. Kate, my luteal phase is only 10 or 11 days. Yes, too short. Not enough time for the lining to get fixed. Can you still get pregnant even though my OB-GYN stated my count was low? I need to know more. What count? Special educator, I have thyroid disease. Which kind? And is it managed with medication? Megan, should I have my tube removed that had hydrosalpinx? Your doctor is going to have to make that decision, with your doctor, because I don't know your clinical. I'm trying to do the supplement quiz, but it doesn't pop up. Okay, you can go do it just go to if you're trying to take the supplement quiz, go to conceivable.com and it'll pop up. input on IUI. Prepare for it. I'm going to go quickly now. Vic, thank you. Wow, you even use like Korean letters. Supplement link. Okay, if you're trying to take the supplement link, just go, thank you, S. Murphy. Just go to conceivable.com and the pop-up will come up and you can take it. Thank you for letting me know. How to improve your lining. This is your last question. How do you improve lining? You figure out what's wrong with the lining. So why isn't there enough blood? Is it because you're over-exercising? Because you're under-exercising? Because you're too tired? Because the quality of food that you're eating is not suitable for you? Because you can't digest it because you have a gut issue? Because there's too many, you have hormone, because there's too many chemical factors, so many different things. So I'm going to wrap up because I'm almost out of charge and I need to eat because I haven't had dinner yet. I love you guys. I'm so glad you're here. Sorry the supplement quiz isn't working. Remember, just go over to conceivable.com, then you can take it. It'll just pop up if you wait 10 seconds or try to leave or something. There's a lot of other free stuff in my lining. Remember, if you're stressed, please take advantage of the free tool. Maisie, go get it. Please take advantage of the free emotional support tool in the link in my bio. It's incredible. You can come in every single day for free and chat with me virtually as much as you need for whatever's going on. Don't hold it in. It's like free therapy. And also, I'm building a new app that's going to be ready in about a month, and it will be, instead of like a fertility tracker or an ovulation tracker, literally it will be an experience where you will be able to talk to a virtual me. My video, my voice, built on tens of thousands of hours of consultations, all my books, everything. You can have a virtual consultation, whatever. I am looking for some beta testers. If you want to use the app for free for like 2 months in exchange for feedback on it, you'll let me interview you on video and use that and a couple of reviews and like sharing it, being an advocate for us. Email me at help@conceivable.com. Okay, good night. Love you guys.